CHAMPS is presented by Lawrence Technological University, where Blue Devils dare. State Champs is also working in partnership with the Indiana High School Athletic Association.
Hello once again and welcome to a very special edition of State Champs at the 2019 IHSAA Volleyball State Finals. I'm your host, Lauren Plant, and what you're about to witness right here, a jam-packed episode of all 4 volleyball finales that took place on November 9th. Let's head to Ball State inside Worthen Arena. It all comes down to this, and we're going to start with Class 1A.
I'm Kevin Trozinski, and let's start off with the 1A Finals. Trinity Lutheran Cougars came in at 30-5, looking for their first state title in school history. Since playoffs started, they've only gone more than 3 sets once. That was a 4-set game versus Lagodi in the regionals. Standing in their way, the 29-4 Blackhawks from Cowan. They've won a championship in 2012 and were staples in the finals in the early 2000s. Looking to get back to their winning ways under new head coach Melissa Paul Gardner. First set, Cowan's Martina DeMarchi gets up for the kill, but the Cougars are there with the block. They try and return the favor, but Bailey Tabling just misses it and it goes into the net. Blackhawks looking to keep it rolling. Emma Clark sets up Grace Conway, but Ruthie Bingham is there with the block and Cowan can't handle it. A nice rally by both teams going here. Hannah Sabotin taps it over to Cowan's side. Mace Riley sets up Grace Conway and she gets the kill, and she led her team with 24 kills on the night. Later, in the first set, tied at 28, Mace Riley would set up Martina DeMarchi for the spike, but Trinity Lutheran would be in place. It hits the net and falls short. Cougars take the long first set that included 17 ties, 30-28. Second set in Cowan, looking to even things up quickly. Jessie Harrington sets up Martina DeMarchi. It goes off Hannah Sabotin, and it cannot be played by the Cougars. Blackhawks take the early advantage. Trinity careful not to fall too far behind. Kamzie Gross sets up Kennedy Hoffman, and she puts it on the back of the line for the kill. Blackhawks up 23-18, looking to put it away. Cougars, Bailey Reynolds with the set to Hannah Sabotin, Jessie Harrington and Sophia Smith there for the block, right back to her, and she can't handle it. Cowan takes the second set 25-19. Third set now. Lutheran needing to get something going. This kill from Hannah Sabotin, assist by Bailey Reynolds, will do the trick, and they're out to an early lead. Set point, just how you draw it up. Bump, set. Emma Clark to Grace Conway for the kill, but it's not enough as the Cougars take the set 25-21. Lutheran would take the fourth set and send us to a decisive fifth set. Off a Blackhawk serve, Harrington sets up Conway and powers it past the blockers to put the Cougars within 1 point of the title. Match point. Kamzie Gross with the dig to keep it alive. She gets it back and puts it over. It's Conway setting up DeMarchi. Off the wall of Cougars, and it falls as the Cowan Blackhawks win their first state title since 2012, winning in 3-2.
This is where champions are made. You either buckle in and pass the ball and put the ball away, or we go home and with a red medal.
It's amazing. I've been here for 3 months, but I already found a family. I love everyone, and this is really amazing. We always talk to each other, we communicate, and we try to solve every problem, and I think that's so important for a team. And yeah, we're a family, so we always talk to each other.
I'm Gabe O'Neill, and we move over to 2A that saw 2 very young teams. Only 4 seniors between the 2 squads and 2 first-year coaches. The Wapahani Raiders came in at 31-5 and cruised to the finals, going more than 3 sets only twice in the tournament. The Eagles of Heritage Christian came in at 29-4 and only played 3 sets in all 6 of their playoff games this year, paving their way to their first state title appearance. Let's pick things up in the middle of the first set. Raiders serving, Lily Snyder sets up Raven Colvin, and check out the airtime as she gets up for the kill. A few points later, and we saw the same pair working beautifully. Snyder to Colvin for another kill. She had 16 on the night. Hey, if it's working, why change it up? Snyder and Colvin working like a well-oiled machine. Eagles take the long first set 29-27. Second set, and if it's not broke, don't fix it. Maggie Ledbetter with a nice dig, Snyder with the set, and Colvin comes down with the big spike. It wasn't all Colvin though. Snyder sets up Elizabeth Phillips here for the big spike, and she led the game with 18. We had a nice rally going, including a great dig from Ledbetter to keep it alive. The Raiders tip it back over, and that leads to a short setup for Lovey Wallace, and the Eagles are rolling. Set point now, and Lily Snyder going to set up Wallace again. She's going to get all of this one as WAPA can't control it as HC wins the second set 25-18. First serve of the third set, and it looks like it's going to be all Heritage Christian in this one. Snyder sets up Olivia Valentine, and she puts it just out of the reach of the Raiders. A few plays later, Abby Menon goes up for the kill, but Olivia Smith digs that one up, keeping it alive, but Colvin and Menon get up for the block. Later on in the set, Eagles up 16-12. A great rally going on between the two. Baker Reese with a dig to keep it going. They get possession back, and Mallory Summers gets up for the kill, but it goes just wide, and point goes to the Eagles. Match point for HC now. And who else would it be? Lily Snyder takes the bump from Ledbetter, sets up Raven Colvin, and that kill would do it. Heritage Christian Eagles claim their first ever volleyball state title in school history, 3-0 over Wapahani.
I'm just very excited for the girls and the school. I know everyone's so happy because it is our first time, so it's just really fun to make history. We just want to really focus on controlling our side, and I think we did pretty well with that, and then go on runs. I think after this experience, they'll be really excited about trying to make it back here again, so they'll be even more motivated.
I'm Chuck Pellerito, and we head over to the 3A volleyball finals. The Belmont Squaws came in at 25-10, looking to win their third state championship. The last came in 2010. The Brownstown Central Lady Braves, 32-5, and looking for their first title in school history. They were runners-up 7 times in the past 20 years. Belmont trailing early in the first set before Sarah Noonan sets up Sophie Kroll. A pair of Lady Braves get in there, but they can't get all of this one as Kroll gets the kill. Long rally going between these two. Neither able to get an advantage before Emma McMahon stops the kill attempt from Brownstown that gives Sarah Noonan the setup to Kroll. She gets the kill and pulls Belmont closer. Check out this sequence. Sarah Noonan dives, gets a piece of it, Sophie Kroll gets enough of it and sends it back over. Brownstown setting it up, but Liz and Emily Schumann get up for the block. It falls, Belmont ties it and goes on to take the first set 25-23. Second set, Belmont kept the momentum going from the first set, but Rachel McBride can't get anything set up and just has to send it over. This gives Kendra McCory and Reagan Nuss a chance to set each other up before McCory gets up for the kill. Right off the Belmont service, Riley Nuss receives it. Sends it to Reagan Nuss, sets up Kendra McCory, Squaws unable to handle it. Brownstown seems to have the momentum on their side now, and it seems the ball is rolling in their favor too. After a long rally, Kayla Guthrie stops the kill attempt from Belmont, sets up Reagan Nuss, she puts it just over and Belmont unable to do anything with it. Lady Braves tie the match at 1, taking the second set 25-21. Back and forth we go in the third set, and the rallies are staying long. A back row kill attempt by Sophie Kroll is handled by Brownstown, but sent right back over, giving Mel Salfrank a chance for a quick putback, and it falls for the Squaws. Brownstown Central trying to pull away. Jennifer Pence goes for the kill, but the Squaws able to send it right back. They try again with Kayla Guthrie, and Rachel McBride is able to get the dig. Noonan sets up Emily Schumann. A pair of Squaws get up for the block, but it lands just out of play. Point Lady Braves. Set point, Reagan Nuss on the serve. Rachel McBride tries to play it, but it's just off the outside of the net, and that will end the third set 34-32. Brownstown Central 1 game away from their first state title. Fourth set action now. Rachel McBride stops the kill attempt. Meg Salfrank quickly gets it back in the air, and it's sent back over. Reagan Nuss sets up Jennifer Pence, and she goes across the court for the kill. Lady Braves holding the lead and looking to add. Kayla Guthrie puts her arm into this one, but Emily Schumann lays out and keeps it alive. But if at first you don't succeed, try again. Addie Wilkerson gets up, forces it through a pair of Squaws, and it falls to the ground. Brownstown increases their lead. Addie Wilkerson doing it all for the Lady Braves this set. She gets up for the spike attempt, and it's sent right back at her. She gets up again, puts it where no Belmont player can get to it. Look at her go. Match point. Brownstown can feel the title in their hands. They serve. Belmont sets up for the spike, but Jennifer Pence and Kendra McCory are on the net. They get the block, and Brownstown Central Lady Braves win their fourth set by a score of 25-19, and they win their first state title in school history.
Must be something special about that community. Reed May, one of the legendary high school football coaches.
Wow, it's amazing. You know, these girls have worked hard. We told them in April we thought they had everything they needed to win, and they pulled through. Our theme this year was throw it back to the old days, and I think this is to all the players that have ever been here with me before. They deserve this just as much.
I mean, just being able to kind of start that, but I wouldn't be able to get the kills that I get without my teammates. They're passing the balls up, they're getting the digs, Reagan's setting it to me, and then I can put it down, and with them pushing me on, that just gives me more motivation to keep going. I just kept my breathing focused. I have my teammates there talking me through it, coming, Kendra, you know how to do this. You've been playing volleyball since 5th grade. Taking deep breaths, putting my energy and excitement, not nervousness.
Kevin back with you now for the big dog matchup. Class 4A's Hamilton Southeastern making their first ever volleyball state finals appearance. The Royals met with Newcastle way back in August during the regular season, with the Trojans getting the clean sweep. Nobody can stop Newcastle this year. They've only lost 5 sets all season long. Let's serve this game up. The Royals know they've got to be on top of their game if they want to become state champs. Things are looking good so far early on, and check out that dig by Kyla Berg. Her teammate, Abby Weber, gets the kill that is too hot to handle. Royals up a point early in the first set. Very next play, the Trojans have an answer. Melanie Schaffmaster has the vision of the Hawk. The soft tip to Lila Smith, who lays down a fastball that has the Lady Royals swinging. Set tied at 5-all. IHSAA has the upper hand in the first set, but Newcastle staying strong to keep the game tight. Adeline Buhner and Lila Smith in front with the block. The Royals would stun the Trojans in the first set. IHSAA takes it 25-23 after being tied 13 times in the opening set. Newcastle battled back in the second set. The Trojans would break out to a 7-3 lead. One of those 7 points came right here as the ball hits the outside line. Ref makes the call, so I'm not happy about that, but nonetheless, Newcastle showing why they are the best team in the state. IHSAA determined to keep it close. They would get the point courtesy of the quick hands of Emily Weber in front of the net. However, the Royals trail by 3. X's and O's can play tic-tac-toe, and that's what the Trojans are cooking up. Conway to Schaffmaster. Nicole Wilkinson lays down the kill. Newcastle starting to pull away. It was all Trojans in the second set. Standing tall in front is Adeline Buhner. Her teammate Zoe Conway very happy about that. Newcastle takes the second set 25-15. To the third set we go. IHSAA goes out to a 4-2 lead, and they look to add more points to the board. Get that help from Emily Weber, who feeds it to Grace Hunter. Huge statement for the Royals as they inch away from the Trojans. But back comes Newcastle, and this time it's the Schaffmaster sisters getting the job done. Melanie to Mabry. Too much muscle behind that. Set tied at 9-all. The Royals trying everything they can to get Newcastle off their game. Olivia Phillips does just that with the quick flick. IHSAA up 2 digits in the third set. The close battle continued on the hardwood. Royal sophomore Emily Weber had 20 assists on the night, and that was her game plan. The nice bump to Grace Hunter, whose soft touch hits the floor. After IHSAA was in the lead late in the third set, the Trojans came marching back. Check out this monster kill by junior Nicole Wilkinson. Newcastle within a digit. Possibly the best rally of the night is right here, and it's set point for Newcastle. The ball Wilson looks to be out of play near the Trojan bench, but Zoe Conway makes the huge save. Lila Smith will throw it down for the point, and Newcastle goes up a set 2-1. And it was all Newcastle in the fourth set. Lila Smith getting the job done again out in front. Melanie Schaffmaster, the senior for Newcastle, had a team-high 47 assists. And here, she gets the no-luck touch to go as the Trojans continue to pull away. Match point for Newcastle, and it's Bailey Cox who gets the ace here. Newcastle is your 2019 4A volleyball champions. It's a three-peat for the Trojans.
I think that it was seeing that we could have the opportunity to not come out the way we wanted to, and the girls kind of realized that, and it kind of pushed them a little bit further and got them going in the right direction. Yeah, it was, and it was nice to see us respond when we were behind. This is the most we've been behind in a match in a long time, so it was good to see that we responded to that.
A hearty congratulations to all on a great season. Shout out to Heritage Christian and Brownstown Central on their first ever volleyball state titles. How about that three-peat for Newcastle after being bumped up to 4A? Remember the moment. It's going to live forever right here on the State Champs Sports Network. Now be sure to like and share our content on our Facebook page. Retweet those volleyball highlights you just saw. Tag your friends on Instagram. Or if you're a YouTube junkie like me, search for State Champs Net. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time right here on the State Champs Sports Network.
State Champs is presented by Lawrence Technological University, where Blue Devils dare. State Champs is also working in partnership with the Indiana High School Athletic Association.